What is going on my YouTube and my Periscope, and not to mention to my Facebook followers? How are y'all doing this evening? We are jumping into the usual Joel news and views. So we're gonna get into a lot of stuff tonight. We're definitely gonna talk about what's going on with the recent news, conservative news. So I'm not even going to waste any time. We're going to jump right into it. And the first thing we're going to talk about is what Woodward uh, published today. Uh, he released the situation about Trump basically downplaying, saying that he downplayed the pandemic due to the fact of the matter he did not want to create panic. And ever since he said that, well, you know how the liberals go, they just lost their mind. And Woodward dismisses the claim that he could have saved lives by publishing Trump's coronavirus remark sooner. Now, if you don't know who Woodward is, Bob Woodward is a journalist for the Washington Post. He's been there since 1971. Okay, he's got a lot of people that rock with him on it and everything else. So he is really well known in the arena of journalism. Now, because of this, and he wrote this book, and he said that everybody has been really up in arms about feeling like that Trump could have done more. This is what Bob Woodward released about not talking about it sooner. Okay, now when he did this interview in February. Now the book that's supposed to be coming out is called Rage, and Trump said it was deadly stuff. He publicly compared it to a seasonal flu, and Trump admitted to Woodward that I still like playing it, the virus down because I don't want to create a panic. All right. Washington Post media critic Eric Wimple, whose paper published the audio of Trump's comments, tweeted Wednesday evening that he had interviewed Woodward and pressed him about the blowback he has received. According to Wimple, when asked why he did not go public with Trump's comments about the virus being deadly, Woodward explained he didn't know where Trump was getting his information, whether it was true, and so on. It took him 3 months to nail down all the reporting about what Trump knew about the coronavirus when he learned it and how it all that related to the public pronouncements he was making. Wimple tweeted Woodward, it wasn't until May that he put those pieces together. And according to the media critic, Woodward flatly denied that the content of his interviews with the president would have saved lives if they were publicized sooner. Asked directly whether earlier publication of his interview would have saved lives, this is how he responded. He said, no, how? Wimple wrote. He pointed out that Trump made that comment on March 19th, and he had already made an Oval Office address March 11th, confirmed cases were taking off. Listen, y'all, this is how I feel about this whole situation. And I'm just going to break it down to you like this. When Trump said downplay, because the liberals are trying to make it where when he said downplay, he was like, oh, he lying. Oh my God. He lied. He lied to the American people. You are a leader of the free world. There is a pandemic that just came around that has got people dropping dead in the streets. As a leader of the free world, your job is to make sure that people remain calm, institute a plan, and make sure everybody's okay. So, with that being said, he did what he was supposed to do. And you're right, Rachel. That's exactly what's going on. They fell through and they got to try something else. I mean, and he did what he's supposed to do. He did what he's supposed to do. He went out here, okay. He told everybody, listen, guys, I got a plan. I'm going to close down the borders of China. Now, when he closed the flights to go in and out of China, who was the first one to start screaming out he was being racist? Exactly. It was who else? Nothing but Nancy Pelosi, aka Miss I gotta get my hair done during the pandemic. And what happened when she found out that it was all, that this thing was getting out of hand and stuff like that? Who did she try to blame then? She tried to blame the president. That's what she tried to do. This is what they do, and they do this all the time. Exactly. This is and the liberals is the one that made it into a panic. They the one that got everybody out here buying milk, doing this, doing that. Everything was sold out during that time. It's because the liberal media, CNN, all of them made it more than what it was when he was trying to do everything he can to make everybody calm. That's all he was trying to do. Make everybody calm. That's all he was trying to do. So on that, I'm out on it. I'm sorry, but I just feel like that this was once again the liberals trying to grab straws. That's what they're trying to grab straws. Now Biden now trying to say that Trump lied to America about the coronavirus threat. You know how he get down. I don't even know why he even putting his 2 cents in. He can't even remember what state he in. The Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden charges the President Trump knowingly and willingly lied to the nation about the severity of the coronavirus some weeks before the pandemic swept the nation. Now, the former vice president, topping an economic speech at a United Auto Workers headquarters in Warren, Michigan, on Wednesday, pointed reporter Bob Woodward's new book, which claimed that the president told the longtime Washington Post journalist in February that he knew the virus was deadly, but went to great lengths to downplay the virus in public because he's the president. He's supposed to do that, not to create panic again. Spotlighting the rise of national death toll from the coronavirus, Biden stressed that on that day that we hit 190,000 dead in the United States because of COVID-19. We just learned from Washington Post columnist Bob Woodward that the president of the United States has admitted on tape in February he knew about COVID-19, that it passed through the air. And that's when he charged that he knew how dangerous it was and that the deadly disease ripped through the nation, blase, 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 blase. Listen, I don't even know why in the world this man is trying to come at Trump when we already know that the he just said that 6,000 U.S. military soldiers died of coronavirus, and the numbers was wrong. That was for the state of Michigan. This is the same dude that was that said that 190 million people died of coronavirus at a speech about a week ago. So why the hell is he trying to jump on something that he don't even have no memory of? I don't understand Biden. Somebody get Joe Biden, man. Put him back in the basement. Exactly. I mean, somebody put my man back in the basement. Put him back in the basement. Who let him out? I don't understand. Joe out here wilding. he trying to he trying to fight, man. I don't know, man. I'm sorry, but Joe, you is not qualified, bro. Anybody to have an interview with Cardi B and get her ass ripped open by Candace Owens, and that's just Candace being on a nice day, we're done. We're done. I don't hear nothing you got to say, bro. That's where I'm at with. I don't even know why I reported that, but I had to. You know what I'm saying? Now, Eric Fletcher, he is defending Trump as well. Now, Eric Fletcher is the White House press secretary, and like he said before, the man was just trying not to create panic. Yeah, she did. She did murder Carter. He just trying not to create panic. That's all he was trying to do. Because, like he said before, everybody was seeing over there on TV, because CNN and MSNBC and all the rest of them, that overly the top liberal media had everybody freaking out. Even I was freaked out back then because you seeing people falling dead on the streets. And then they lied so much in the media and CNN. They said it was linked to a bat. Then they said it was linked to this. I mean, it's just a mess. And then you got these liberals up here trying to hit and trying to go at Trump, but yet still we got cities burnings and everything else. I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't know why they trying to go at the man. Leave the man alone. That's all I got to say. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Rachel, go. I know you moderating tonight. Go ahead on and block that for me, honey. Right there. Go ahead on and handle that for me. Thank you. I mean, this is just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So let's get back over here and let's move right along. Which I done told y'all about Biden was in Michigan and blocks the military there. Let's talk about this other lady. It's right here. I don't know there. That's the one. If you see it, helmet. Um, Jessica Krug. If y'all don't know about Jessica Krug, this is why I keep preaching. I'm glad Jessica Krug is like a hero to me, but also a liar at the same time. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. She's a hero because she's showing everyone right here, right now, that black people in America is not oppressed as they think they are. And she's a liar because she had to go and lie about what her nationality was to be successful. So that's why right now she's like a hero and a liar to me. But we're gonna go on along and break it down. So Jessica Krug is the lady that was at George Washington University, who was, you guessed it, a professor at African American Studies, went up here and lied, 38 years old, lied to everybody that she was black, aka mulatto. Now, if you don't know what black or mulatto is, mulatto and black basically means you are very light skinned, a super light skinned person. Thank you very much, Susan. I appreciate you, sweetie. That's what I'm doing. Uh, Follow me. Hey, listen, if y'all feeling what I'm doing tonight, you know what I'm saying? Special day today for me, you know, little B-Day gift and all. Just my cash app right here. So any donations will definitely help. So getting back to what I'm saying, she turned around. Thank you very much, Rach. She turned around and freaking decided to write this expose um post, blog, like talking about how she has been feeling guilty about lying to people about her real nationality. She said that all these years she has been riding on the fruits of the label of being African American, when in reality she's Jewish and white and raised in Kansas. So when this all happened, the everybody was upset. It felt like they've been hoodwinked because, okay, you thought this person was one way and they were another. So because of that, she has been asked to step down. Uh, she went on head on to resign because she just basically embarrassed everybody. Now she lied twice because one minute she said she was North American, she was African American, and that she was also Caribbean and she's from the Bronx. Thanks. Thanks, Susan. Thanks, man. Thanks for the patriotism, man. And come to find out that she lied the whole time. Now, this is why I say what I said about this situation. Nobody can lie to me and tell me that you don't have opportunity as a black person in America right now to be successful. This lady lied, created a whole life for herself for 20 plus years as an African American person. She got degrees off of it. She got a professor opportunity. She probably was involved in a lot of cultural clubs. She probably done a lot of stuff in that community, in that realm, passing as she was black. So I don't want to hear no more excuses. People can't tell me that we are oppressed because this is the third person that I know of white descent that has crossed over to be black to pass along and be successful. So what that tells us that tells us that we got it pretty damn well. That's what it tells me. When you got people wanting to cross over and be like me, I'm I ain't never heard of nobody want to be in a situation where they oppressed. Stop it, man. I don't believe it. That's like I said, it's the media. The media got people thinking that way. And that's why people act the way they act. So moving right along, let's talk about this dirty ass professor from Rhode Island. Now, what this dude said about um Aaron Danielson, Aaron J. Danielson, rest in peace, the 39-year-old that was stalked by Antifa and everything else. I just saw that, Susan. That might be Elizabeth Warren's cousin. That might be Pocahontas' cousin. That was good. Anyway, getting back to this Rhode Island professor, he had the nerve to say a messed up comment about the guy, Eric Ronaldson, Michael Reynolds, who killed this man. Now this is what he said. He said the following: Why was Michael Reynolds killed? The post question was the police deliberately murdered 48-year-old Michael Reynolds, the man who fatally shot Aaron J. Danielson on August 29th. I'm extremely anti-conspiracy theory, but I'm no conspiracy theory at this point in time. The one that the cops simply murdered him. The police is shot through with fascists from stem to stern. They were openly working with the fascists in Portland as they were in Kenosha when led to dead protesters. By fascists, he's referring to the Trump supporters in the memo of Patriot Prayer. Man, let me tell you something. Whatever this dude name is, uh, this jackass, uh, Eric Loomis. If y'all don't know who Eric Loomis is, he's this professor. He's a history professor that has been always talking smack about Trump supporters. He talks smack about conservatives all the time. Eric Loomis, you are the epitome of what we're trying to defeat right now. First and foremost, Aaron J. Danielson was stalked. He was stalked when he first walked into Portland that night. He was there as peace. He wasn't trying to start nothing. He was trying to show patriotism and trying to show solidarity with these cops because this whole city of Portland is getting ran over by wannabe thugs out here talking about they trying to make a difference on a subject or a matter that ain't even that serious to begin with. That's for number one. Number two, this man lost his life because of ignorance of this Michael Renhall. Number three, when Michael Renhall, who has been in criminal all his life, dude ain't never accomplished a damn thing. Every damn time you turn around, he's been a leech. He's been a leech so bad his sister doesn't even want to deal with him. Okay? This guy was on a mission that night to start havoc and to cause chaos and pain for their own personal gain like they do every night for the past 100 days. And I still blame Ted Wheeler, and I also hold accountable the lady, whatever, that brown lady that's over Oregon, the state of Oregon. These Democratic people could have stepped up to the plate and should have had this under control. They had more than one option to get help. Trump has said, hey, all you got to do is let me know. I help you. Every time they supposed to be asking for help, the first thing they say is, oh, I got it. I don't need it. I don't need it. We can handle it. We're under control. Yeah, they intentional. We all know that. You know is intentional. We already know that. They ain't doing that just to be doing it. They doing it because of what's going on. They got support. I mean, you look at all of these Antifa people is going from city to city. Every city that's got major unrest of a black person getting murdered by the cops, who 9 times out of 10, 90% of them was fucking criminals because they didn't listen, they didn't comply, they had a warrant, or they had a series of problems where they want to fight the police, things of that nature. They want to stand up for them. But I guarantee you they won't stand up for the young boy in Utah that I talked about this morning that got shot at autism by the cops and he was unarmed. I guarantee you none of them will stand up for him. I don't see a Black Lives Matter or protest with Antifa, nothing yet over there in Utah. Because you know why? Because the young white boy don't fit the narrative. He's not black and he's not oppressed, as they like to put it. Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. Exactly. You ain't gonna hear about it. The reason why you're not gonna hear about it, Rachel, because it don't fit the narrative. It happened Sunday. The family was asking for help. The young boy mother got uh, the police involved. When the police got there, they some odd reason the little boy was outside and they killed him. So this is what they do. That's what I'll be trying to tell y'all. They don't these Black Lives Matter and Antifa and all these other fucking positive, we for equality groups don't give a shit about one thing, but trying to make the black more superior than anything. That's all they trying to do. And when they get done doing that, I'm telling y'all like it is. When they get done doing that, the liberals, they're gonna do like they always do. You ain't gonna hear nothing from them for 4 years, and the same Antifa, poor white folks, the black folks, and the brown folks that's going out here acting a fool with them is gonna be left in the dust, crying about what happened. I thought my life mattered. No, motherfucker, your life don't matter. That's why your ass is in behind. I mean, sick of this shit, man. I mean, I've been trying to tell that to people for years. You gotta wake up sometime. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and getting a different result. And this is your result. Bullshit. That's your result. Every time. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get bullshit. You're not getting nothing no different. And thank you, Soundtrap Mike, man. Share my broadcast, brothers. Share my broadcast. If you like what I'm doing on the tube, share it, man. I'm just trying to get up there, brother. So that way. Also, too, donate to the channel. You like what I'm doing, man. That's great too. I mean, any little bit helps. So we're gonna move right along with some more BS that's pissing me off. Now, this right here is really, really pissing me off. Okay. And I'm finna talk about this in 1 minute. Let me go up here and stop right here for my episode. In one moment. Give me 1 moment. I'm doing a live at the same time. I'm doing a podcast on what I'm doing right now. So give me 1 moment, guys. All right, so let's talk about this right here. Now, this right here hurts my soul. Okay, they're not trying to say he downplay. But Mike, the plug, this is what I'm trying to say when I say downplay. What they trying to say is he downplay like he didn't care about what was going on. What he did, he didn't want to create panic because he knew if he would have created panic, it would have been way worse than the toilet paper situation we ran into and stuff like that. Falsey and them was the one that started creating the panic. They the one that kept pressuring this man to create all this panic. He had already had a plan. That's why he had stopped the travel of China so quick. He was trying to control the outcome of what was going on. But everybody kept pushing him, the liberals, and then they pushing Falsey pushing him, and the CDC pushing him. That's why it exploded like it did. But see, the guy wouldn't put that part in there. He just gonna release the guy that worked for him over there in Washington Post, they just going to talk about what happened right then. It's crazy, but you know how they do, man. So getting back to what I was saying, let's go back into the Florida Republican representative, which is Vern Buchanan. Now, Vern Buchanan is, yep, that's true too. Now, Vernon Vernon Buchanan is upset, and y'all ought to be upset too. So, if y'all know, back in the day, there was a picture of a sailor when he first got home from World War II off the ship. He saw that this was in right there when he got off the ship in in Florida, in the Florida area. He got off the boat. He saw a lady that was a nurse. He saw her in the street, and he just swooped her and kissed her as a celebration of winning the war over Japan. All right. Well, now all of a sudden, Me Too and all these other damn softy ass groups now wants to remove the statue. This statue has been a symbol of us winning the war, World War II, all these years. All these years, 75 years now, this statue, this picture, everything has been floating around. This was like the symbol of us winning the war. Now, all of a sudden, they wanted to remove. They want it removed. I mean, they want this 25-foot sculpture removed. It's sad. Now, the sailor was George Mendonça and Greta Zimmer Freeman, which were all both came from immigrant parents. I mean, I don't understand this. What is going on? I mean, what is going on? I don't understand. I mean, you mean to tell me because Me Too spray painted on this statue that now we want to go ahead on and move it? I mean, that is crazy. That is crazy. And now he's trying to fight so this statue don't get removed. This is what's been going on, guys. They've been trying to remove everything that is a symbol of American history, whether it's war. They trying to remove it all. They don't want nobody to have a memory of nothing. This is crazy. Like, what the hell did the statue do to somebody? I mean, it ain't even offensive, but they want it removed. They said it's offensive. They said that it demoralized women of the day. I don't know. I can't call it. I don't know where they get this shit from, bro. This is crazy. So we're gonna talk about now all these police chiefs resign. There's been a lot of police resign this week. Nope, sure can't. You're right. You right, Rachel. If you call anybody man or woman now, they'll get in their feelings. You got to call them a person. Let's talk about. There's this week I know of about 3 police chiefs that resign because of what's going on right now with all this rioting. Let's go into the first one that's been the most talked about, that everybody's been talking about this week, and this is in Rochester, New York. This is when the whole police department, high-ranking officials, have decided to resign off of Daniel Pruitt. These are talking about men that have been in this thing 20 plus years now. Men and women decided to resign because of what's going on. Let me give y'all a report on this now. The police chief and other high-ranking officials in the city, 850 officer department, have left their jobs amid controversy over the death of Daniel Pruitt while in police custody in March. The mayor announced to the city council Tuesday as what's slated to be a virtual briefing about police relations with protesters. He said the entire command staff has decided to retire. Mayor Loveler Lovely Warren said in a meeting that was being conducted on Zoom. The meeting was adjourned shortly after the announcement. The city's handling of Pruitt's death during a failed crisis intervention with the Rochester Police Department has drawn widespread scrutiny and has made national headlines as one in a string of unarmed black men who have died while interacting with police in numerous cities. Listen, my opinion is slightly biased. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? My opinion is biased. I don't understand what you're talking about. You have to confer. Here's my opinion on the Rochester situation. We talked about this. I said that the Rochester, New York situation, if you ever followed me, y'all see my videos. I have said that the same person, the same situation with what happened with this Daniel Pruitt was an ongoing thing. The brother, the oldest brother, Daniel Pruitt, accepted Daniel to come back, you know what I'm saying, over from Chicago because he was having problems in Chicago being on PCP and everything else. Then he turned around, you know what I'm saying, and was having issues then. Now, when he was having issues and how on PCP, the brother called the police. This was the first time. The police did the same tactics they did before, had to hold him down, had to control him, had to get him taken care of, put him in to get some help for rehab, and that was that. He got out of rehab. He was doing good, I guess, for a little while. Then he went and fell back again. This time he got high on PCP that night. The brother couldn't control him. The brother got scared. And then he turned around and he called the cops. Like I said before, because he's scared. The cops went in and got this guy. You see the video. They got their knee on the man back like they supposed to. They put a spit guard over him because he kept saying and talking out his head, I got COVID. I got COVID. It is protocol up north to put a spit guard over someone who's spitting at you because you don't know what the spit can have. They got all kind of bacteria, all kind of diseases that you can get. Hell, you can get TB and all that stuff for spit. There's so many diseases you can get for spit. So that's what they did. Now, when they put the spit guard over him, that thing, you can breathe off that thing. The thing is not that thick. It's thin. It's super thin. And the only thing is spit is keeping is all the drool and stuff to go downward. When the drool went downward and all that stuff, some way, somehow, he also had in the autopsy, it cited delirium. Excited delirium. Now I'm gonna break this down to y'all that's saying excited delirium. Yeah, I have. I've been in a lot of situations with the police, sir. Believe that. I'm a recovering pillhead from when I was younger. So don't give me that BS. I've been there. Now, as I was saying, as he going into the ambulance, he was unconscious from excited delirium because he done put this PCP. Now, excited delirium, what it does is it gets you so excited to the point that you can't even breathe straight. You get what I'm saying? Like the only way you gonna calm down, unless you have a heart attack or pass out with one. This is how it goes with excited delirium. When that happened, they transported that young man into the ambulance. He died a week later. So my thing is that nobody's not talking about in this thing is how you gonna hold the police accountable for something when that man died a week later. The autopsy said he had excited delirium, which causes his heart to beat at a fast pace. He was out of his mind, and not to mention too, the only report said was homicide. Homicide meaning it could be homicide caused by the PCP of the drug dealer that gave it to him. This is why police officers are resigning, guys. They're tired. The guys in blue are tired of trying to protect and serve. You know, it's crazy that everybody scream out that, you know what I'm saying, defund the police, Black Lives Matter, all this crazy shit, right? But if you go in these communities in the hood where crime is through the roof, like Chicago, Detroit, freaking even parts of Atlanta, I guarantee you in that hood, they're going to tell you they want the police there because they want to feel safe when shit hits the fan. I mean, I shared a video with y'all this morning where a whole neighborhood stopped the criminal for the police after the police got knocked out because they trying to show everybody they tired too. People tired, man. People tired. It ain't about trying to be pro-black or pro-white, man. It's about being pro-everybody. Everybody tired. Them guys got to get paid like these guys got to survive like everybody else. Not all of them bad. Them dudes got to put on their uniform and they got to get homeless like everybody else. And the people that's bashing them and saying we don't need the police, they ain't no good anyway. You be the first one when shit gets crazy. Who you gonna call? Yeah, exactly. The police. You ain't gonna call zero and ask the operator to come up. Man, get the fuck out of here. Y'all better start using your brain, bro. Better start using your brain. Cause I'm telling you now, it's gonna be to a point now that ain't gonna be nobody to call on. Cause these police officers are having it. They ain't having it no more. Yeah, it was. That video was the shit, man. It really was. Because that's what we need. And then you got the Dallas police officer, the police chief. She resigned after she went up here and was up here trying to stop protesters from acting a fool in Dallas. They didn't like how her department did it. So she done resigned. And y'all know this, right? This is getting to get more and more crazy. These are all cities that run by Democratic Party. And then you got these police chiefs getting pressure from the Democratic people talking about you need to do your job. You need to be more easier on these criminals. This crazy. It's like, bro, I'm telling you, y'all, it's about to get crazy. As the Democrats, if the Democrats get into the power to lead the free world, we're done. We are done. I'm just being real. We gonna have to stick together like crazy because this is getting to be ridiculous. I've never seen nothing like this. We supporting criminals in their wrongdoing. We ain't allowing the police to do their job, and we got children and kids and everybody else running around here scared because of the nonsense. I mean, this is ridiculous. It really is. And not to mention too, it gets to the point now that when you go to bring these out to people and you have conversations with people that say they support these liberal movements, they can't tell you why they supporting it. They don't even know themselves. They just going by what CNN and MSNBC and all them telling you. And these millionaires telling you. Let me tell y'all something, man. These millionaires, and I'm gonna say it again, these millionaires and these celebrities that telling y'all that everybody's oppressed and you got people crying on TV talking about, you know, the black community is suffering. The only reason why the black community is where it is right now is from two reasons. Number one is because they have for the longest been relying on the liberal politicians to make a difference in their community, and they have failed them because they only want to lace their pockets. And number two, they have not had the ability to look around them and realize that the only person that's going to take care of their community is themselves. That's the problem in the black community right now. That's the problem. And the reason why they don't have the ability to take care of themselves is because nobody is preaching to them, nobody is telling them that it's okay to have accountability. Accountability as in when somebody in your community hurts somebody in your community, you stop it. If somebody dealing drugs in your community, you stop that shit. You got somebody going in your community robbing an old lady, you stop that shit. You work and teach young people you ain't got to be that. Show young people you ain't got to sell drugs. You ain't got to play basketball to be the best. You ain't got to rap to be the best. You ain't got to sing your ass off to be the best. You can be yourself and get an education and be out here in the free world and be yourself. There's more to life than being down the block and hanging with Pookie and drinking a 40 every fucking damn other day. I mean, that's what's the problem. Nobody's not showing nobody the way. And that's why their mind is so enslaved with that bullshit. And that's just facts. That's straight facts. That is straight facts. I mean, we as a people, exactly, we as a people got to understand is that it's up to us to start making people realize that they don't have to fall for the liberal BS, you know, because the liberal people right now, they want everything to be victimized. That is the game. They want everyone around them to feel like a victim so they themselves can, while you're feeling victimized and you're feeling, they laughing at you behind your back and getting an opportunity. Like I give y'all an example, right? Okay, so all these police shootings that's going on, y'all seen all the the GoFundMe in these situations has been raised. Do y'all know about 90% of those GoFundMe's do not go to these dudes at all? Do not go to these families. They do not go to these families at all. They do not go to these families. Those GoFundMe's goes right straight to those same Democratic Party people that y'all up here trying to vote for. If you don't believe me, ask George Floyd father on people. They raised almost $20 million for George Floyd family. And you know they still ain't seen the red center that yet. That's why I try to tell y'all. Ambulance chasers like Benjamin Crump and Lee Merritt, all those guys, that's what they do. They go up here, they capitalize on your fucking demise. They don't care. They don't. They don't care. You ain't gonna never see them out there in the street marching. You never gonna see them out there trying to protect your business whenever you getting it looted from Antifa and everybody else. I'm just telling y'all what it is, man. Y'all better open your eyes. My eyes is open, big bro. Yeah, well, Al Sharpton don't give a fuck about nobody. Al Sharpton been like that for years. Everybody know what Al Sharpton game is. Come on, that's why his ass old and withered now, man. The real OGs like Malcolm X and them, they're gone, bro. We ain't got them no more. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, the real people that paved the way, they did this so we ain't got to re fucking tarnish the real. We doing something they already done did. You got all these black billionaires every day, and everybody still running around here screaming out, "We oppressed." You got Jay-Z a billionaire. You got Tyler Perry a billionaire. P. Diddy on the way to be a billionaire. Dr. Dre's a billionaire. But we oppressed though. Come on, y'all better, man. Y'all better wake up. Y'all better wake up. Exactly. You got to put the right people for change. That's the problem. You got to hold people accountable. You got to hold these politicians accountable. Exactly. You can't keep voting for the same people over and over again. You can't. You got to. You got to vote for people that's going to do what they need to do to look out for you the right way. That's exactly what P. Diddy was saying the last time he talked about holding the black vote and telling people to hold their vote. You're right. A lot of these politicians don't care about us. They don't. All they want to do is run around here and make themselves hot. I mean, y'all, if y'all don't believe me, look what's going on right now. When the economy was failing and the Democrats that's over the House of Representatives had Trump somewhat by the balls, they passed all that stimulus package, 3,000 with shit. Ain't really do too much for me because my expenses is damn near my operating expenses is that much a month. They passed all that, right? Oh man, they swear they were doing the best they can to look out for the economy. even past to where you could get the unemployment for an extra 600. Oh, oh, Hidden Fox. What's going on is they found out that he had made a statement that he was downplaying the virus, as in he didn't want to raise a panic for the people because he felt like if he raised the panic, that it was going to mess up his plan of trying to get everything under control without the pressure of hearing people panic. But when people finally heard that was released today, they try to play like Trump had this whole thing to himself and he wasn't trying to help nobody. Exactly. You know how them liberals get, Hidden Fox. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying, man. Uh this, yeah, you got it. You're right. Yeah, you're right. They always cry wolf. That's how they get down. Hidden Fox. That's how they get down. That's how they get down. They always cry wolf. They always cry wolf. Fear, yeah, fear equals control. Fear equals control. But I done lost my train of thought that I was trying to talk to y'all guys about whenever I saw that. I done lost my train of thought. But get oh you good, man. All right, get back to what I was saying about the stimulus package. Okay, so now that the economy is picking back up, okay, all of a sudden now the House of Representatives cannot find a way to pass the laws so that we can get a stimulus package. Isn't that crazy? So when Trump was looking like, and to them like a dirtbag, they were all for passing stuff, being bipartisan, and all that stuff. But as soon as he turns around and starts making a turnaround, and things start looking better for the economy, all of a sudden now they can't pass it. They can't pass no stimulus. They can't agree on nothing. They don't want to agree on nothing because they don't want to see him succeed. That's what I be trying to tell people. They've been against this man since day one. Anything that gonna make Trump look good, they will not talk about it. That's why they won't talk about these kids getting rescued. That's why they won't talk about when kids of other nationalities that's not black or brown gets hurt. They want to make it look like that Trump is the super dirtbag. So that's why they do this. That's why media do what they do. And it's sad when you got that much malice in your heart. But I done came to the conclusion that it's a destiny for Trump to win because Trump got something on his side that's a higher power. Everything they try to throw at this man still is in the fight and he's still holding on. So if you don't tell me that ain't divine, that ain't something above and beyond to help this man, nothing else is. So that's all I got for y'all tonight. Again, if y'all love my content, y'all love what I do, definitely follow me on Twitter. Yeah, they are panicking. Also, too, definitely follow me on YouTube. Also, too, follow me on Facebook. Hey, what up, Captain Chaos? Thank you very much. Now, if y'all guys want to call in or comments, I'm gonna go to the comment section right quick and let y'all type what y'all feel about all the news y'all heard tonight, what y'all thinking, or whatever have you. We're gonna just do a quick discussion because I'm doing that now. I'm gonna look at comments. So anybody got anything to comment about or what they heard tonight or what they thinking, the line is open right here, right now. Hey, anytime, anytime. You know what I do. You know I love giving y'all the news. Yeah, it was. Yeah, if y'all didn't know about the McDonald's incident, it was in Pittsburgh. Thanks, Rich. It was. The the McDonald incident was basically where they went out here and taunting people while at McDonald's, the protesters. They're taunting people while they at work. Like, what is going on, man? Like, people can't even work without these Antifa and BLM people taking it to extremes. And then when one of these people get hurt or get shot up, the first thing somebody want to do is, oh well, y'all target them, or it's y'all fault, or they were oppressed at a disadvantage. No, they need to quit doing stupid shit. Yeah, I felt bad for that manager. I really did. And what's sad is when managers and people defend themselves in these situations, these companies wind up having to fire them. And it's just. I mean, I've never seen it. I mean, it's just getting to be ridiculous, man. Like you can't even work, and getting and speaking of that, there was a dude in Food Line, a guy recently in North Carolina, in Gastonia, North Carolina, in Food Line, got fired for putting the American flag mount, for this pandemic, putting that cover over his face. They fired him because it was an American flag. They said that it was disrespectful. How is the American flag disrespectful? It's the American flag, man. Then they turned around and when they found out that they possibly were gonna get a lawsuit, they changed it up and said you can wear American flag as a mouthpiece and as a face mask. And then they turned around and said, they want to give him his job back. He said he was good. He don't want his job back. I don't blame him. I don't want to work for no place that fired me for having an American flag. Come on, man. How that's damn. That's almost treason.
That's some bullshit.
Almost treason. Almost treason. I don't know, man. It's just getting to be ridiculous. What else anybody else got? Come on, y'all. Share the broadcast. I still got plenty of time here to talk about some things. I believe institutions exist, and you can blame the Democratic Party. Okay, this is good right here. Hold on, I'm gonna talk about this right here, right now. Hold on, bro. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. So we're talking about institutional racism exists. Let's see. I'm gonna say that it exists to an extent. Um, to an extent, and then let me break it down to you when I say to an extent. I think that when institutional racism becomes institutional against black people is when they play in the liberal hand. Like for instance, when we had the law that was passed by Joe Biden and Bill Clinton when it came to uh, the drugs, you getting caught with felonies, right? 3 strikes, you out. A lot of people still serving time off that. That was a systematic oppression because they knew a lot of these young folks that these a lot of these people that had these felonies either voted for them or family voted for them in these lower level neighborhoods. They didn't provide any programs to show these low level people in these neighborhoods how to succeed, how to be successful, and they just only knew what they saw around them. Being a hustler. That's why it goes back to what I said before that we as African American people, and not only just African American people, we as a American people as a whole need to come together and try to put conservative programs in place to show these low level neighborhoods, whether it's black people, whether it's brown people, and even your low your poor white people as well too. Listen, if you take this and do this, we're going to assist you. But if you follow these steps while we assisting you, when we take those training wheels off, you can take off. You can be successful. This is the problem. That's what nobody's not doing. That's why I keep saying that we're not oppressed. We got opportunity. It's just that we got people in our heads that telling us that we're oppressed for their own personal gain. I like Bryson Gray. Now, Candace Owen, I don't care for Candace that much. And I'm going to tell y'all why, which I've always told you why I didn't care for Candace Owen. I don't really care for Candace because Candace is always, to me, I feel like she's always talking down towards the black community. And that's why I don't feel like she can never connect with them on a conservative level like a Bryson Gray or a Brandon Tatum does or an Anthony V. Logan. Because when you dealing with people that's been poor all their life, you got to talk to them and not at them. Sometimes you have to kind of go to their level, but you got to talk to them in a way that they can understand and translate that you're there for them. You get what I'm saying? But unfortunately, Candace is not good with that. Now, Candace is real good at, what I'm saying, when she comes off, people think that she's just an asshole. What I'm saying, that she's a total bitch. And I just don't feel like that's the case. I mean, she's very intelligent. I mean, you see how she is, um, how she does things. I don't know about president. I think she would be a good secretary of defense or something like that. But I was gonna do a video, Captain Chaos, but I never did this video stating why Candace Owens, why she was never invited to the Republican Party. Because a lot of people was surprised she wasn't invited to the Republican national convention, and while that she was very while everybody was very while she was very upset about it. But I can tell you why she did it. Because see, Trump and them knew that she is, yes, she's a blogger and she's damn near a celebrity without being, a politician. But he know a lot of black people don't care for her because of the way she talks about the black community when there's issue comes up. So what Trump and them were trying to do was trying to get enough of the black conservative, not only black conservative, but people that was on the fence of being conservative to see, hey, I got this person, Herschel Walker. I got this guy here that's a conservative politician. I got this person here who also support the cause. So they can be able to be like, okay, all right, this lady right here, I want to rock with Trump. Trump got all these, and then that's why he did the people get citizenship of all nationalities. He wanted to bring it collectively together so he can get not only just the black vote, but he wanted to get all the minority votes out there of different nationalities so they could actually see that, okay, Trump not a racist. If he would have put Candace up there, it would have been horrible. It would have messed up his drive. That's why she didn't got invited. I mean, I know a lot of people picked that about it, made jokes. I know a lot of YouTubers call her, oh yeah, this is what happens when you're trying to be an Uncle Tom and rah rah rah. But hey, she's still good. She's good. She's got a following like Jesus. She's straight. I mean, Candace Owens will be okay even after Trump leaves too. Yeah, I'm starting to. I might check her out. I know I'm looking at Diamond and Silk. They are okay. They're not my cup of tea, but they're all right. I'm still going and researching people every day. I like Jericho Green. Jericho Green reminds me of my uncle. Just loud and crazy. Just loud and crazy. Messing with my dog. But yeah, man. I mean, I really do. Yeah, Jericho Green is cool, man. He's a conservative. He's a little loud. He's from California. You know what I'm saying? He don't play no games. He tell people like it is.
California is crap.
He tell people like it is. He even talked about where he at in California, where he's a Trump supporter, and he's like the only person in his neighborhood that is, because everybody else is liberal. But yeah, man, he's pretty cool. He now I'm gonna tell you right now, when you listen to him, you gotta make sure you ain't got no kids around, because he cuss like a sailor. He cuss like a sailor on his on YouTube. He cuss way worse than I do. Whoo, he cuss. That dude straight cuss. He don't be playing no games. I ain't never seen no dude cuss like that on the YouTube. I mean, he be getting it in. I'm surprised he ain't demonetized yet. For real. But he got a good following. I know he's friends with Brandon Tatum. And Anthony Brian Logan.
Can I get one?
Yeah, kid. Yeah. All right, man. That's no problem. Hey, Captain. Like I said before, man, share my broadcast, and everything else. Get people to y'all want to donate and stuff. Like I said, donate to the Cash App, $ Joshua Joel Davis. And I appreciate it, man. And you be well too. Like I said, I'm still taking any kind of comments or anything. You still got another 20 minutes or so. If anybody wants to talk about anything else on the broadcast, it's open season right now on all my platforms. It's open season. Anybody that want to discuss anything or any thoughts. How did y'all like my video today anyway that I made about the kid and the BB gun? I did that today too. What do y'all guys like about that? I don't know if any of y'all saw that video today. It was about the kid in Colorado who parents had a visit from the police because his teacher called because she saw a BB gun that was a toy with an orange cap in front of the muzzle with green, and it had Zombie Hunter on it. Did y'all see that video I made today? Because I was really disturbed by the way that the school system handled that situation. That could have been handled a whole lot different. I'm glad that the parents had a level head when the cops came and didn't act crazy and actually handled that situation to where he's in another school now. But I'm quite sure they're not going to yeah, I'm quite sure they're not going to deal with him. I mean, yeah, I'm quite sure they're gonna get a lawsuit. I'm quite sure that school system gonna get a lawsuit. So, anyway, anybody else got anything to discuss? Still open mic. All right, let's see here. I need to hear. Let's see here. Let's see. All right, guys. Well, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead on here and wrap this up because it seems like to me that everybody now is actually it's all coming to a close. So again, thank y'all for tuning in to another edition of um the news and views. And until next time, y'all stay safe and y'all be easy. Oh, anytime, Miss Susan, I appreciate you too. And like I said before, you like what you see, share it, donate to the Cash App. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Take care and be safe out there, y'all.